I think because of Ireland's past, we've a tendency, we've had quite a sad past, so we've a tendency to be quite optimistic. Music gives optimism, and it's also a way of releasing your emotions. So if you're angry, you can write about being angry, or if you're sad, or if you're happy, you can write about all those things. So it's a way of expressing your feelings, and I think that the Irish express their optimism through that, and they express their sadness through it. But I think definitely it's very much linked to our heritage, to our past. We've kind of got a bittersweetness to our culture, and that comes out in the music.
Hi, welcome back to Speakeasy and our conversation with the Corrs. I've thought about Ireland a lot because I've spent a lot of time in Ireland, and I know a lot of Irish people. There are certain commonalities that I would describe about Irish people, or things that you can count on if you know that you have that shared heritage. Do you have feelings like that? Are there things you know about people, about Irish people if they come from Ireland, that you sort of count on based on their background?
Sarcasm.
Taking the piss out?
Yeah. Irony and honesty.
I love that.
I think honesty generally is, I find it is there.
And there's something else culturally that I think is ingrained, and I think whether, you're Catholic or Protestant, it's this idea of charity, that you really should help people who are less fortunate than yourself, that that's what you should do, that if you're being a good person, that you do give, and you give back. Would you agree with that?
Definitely. I mean, I think, and everybody knows that, it's a very common perception of the Irish people, that they are generous, very welcoming and charitable. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I know that in Ireland, if you ever were in difficulty, you could walk up to the nearest house, use their phone, they'd probably make you a cup of tea. In other parts of the world, that's just not done at all.
Having just interviewed Sinead O'Connor a little while ago, she said her country's always been at war within itself, and it has a tremendous impact, a sorrowful impact, and yet at the same time this huge optimism that, we can sort it out. What do you think, Sharon?
I think that there's every chance for it to be resolved. I think there will always be a residue of hate or resentment, because there are always people who are not broad-minded enough to encompass the image of a real future for their country. But they're in the minority, And I'm not talking about either side, I'm talking about people from either side, And there are people who want to keep the violence going because it's become a way of life and they don't know how to have another life. But the majority of people definitely see a future, and see a very bright future, and especially for their children.
But it's only when I
And now from the depths of internal reflection to the absolute shallow end of asking these questions. Okay, this is a little word association test. Like I said, from the deep end to the shallow end.
Okay.
Sexy.
Frisky.
Faith.
Devotion.
Overrated. Say it.
I just thought brash, and I don't know why.
Anyone come to mind? Anything come to mind?
Oh my God. Oh no, it didn't actually. I was lucky I didn't have a bad thought about somebody.
But she does now.
Now I'm wondering, I'm thinking.
Overrated.
Fake.
Beauty.
One-dimensional. I thought too much.
Wholesomeness.
Huh? Racism.
Horrible.
MLK.
She spoke Irish?
Martin Luther King.
Oh, I thought you said something in Gaelic. Naked.
Vulnerable.
Ecstasy.
Drugs.
Pleasure.
Cool. And if you were a groupie, who would it be for?
Oh my God. Probably the Rolling Stones.
Mick will be happy to hear that.
It's Keith.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Keith.
It's Keith for me. Keith or Ronnie.
Because
I just love Keith on stage. I think Keith's amazing. And then now knowing them and all, and Ronnie's just a dote, you know, so. But Keith Richards, that was part of my excitement about going on tour.
did you learn anything that you adopted in terms of their stage persona?
Yeah. Did you notice the thing that I did last night? I went down and I went like this. I'm back with the guitar thing during the middle of the traditional thing. As a joke I have between two of the guys who work with us and the crew, that every night that I do that in between, I do Keith Richards. And everybody goes, what acrobatics is she doing?
It's a Keith move. And your favorite indulgence?
Champagne.
Wine.
White or red?
Both. Red's really decadent now. Red is really loving, I think. But I love both, actually.
And one last from the... Well, actually, you know what? This is not a lightweight question. It would be who, what is, or was the greatest influence on your life?
Definitely mother and father.
And God bless the memory of your mother.
Thank you.
And you? Same?
Same. Without a doubt.
Well, that's good. See? That's why the Corrs are so wholesome. Except for the Keith Richards move.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your time with us today, and I wish you continued great success on this album and all your future endeavors. I hope you stick around as long as the Chieftains.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know if I do.
Well, at least have as
Maybe
much...
on the world, maybe like on the earth.
Yeah, at least have as much fun as them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there a favorite video of yours that you want to go out on?
Of our own.
Yes.
Well, you probably have played Breathless already, yeah, or something.
She knows television, doesn't she?
Yes, I have to.
We can just reprise
Just,
Breathless again, since you suffered so much. We should see it again, don't you think?
Probably.
Okay, this is definitely Breathless from the Corrs, and once again, all the best.
Thanks.
Thank you.